Conceptual framework, the layers of reality. Introduction and core premise. The relationship between observable reality and unseen reality suggests that reality itself is always questionable. This thought constantly runs in my mind, compelling me to observe myself. Through this observation, I've noticed something fascinating that I will now attempt to explain. Why do I say reality is always questionable? Because what we perceive as real depends entirely on who or what is perceiving it. Seeing color, for instance, is not the same for me as it is for a cat. So which perception is real? The cat's or mine? Reality then appears to be species-oriented. Even among humans, reality shifts with age and experience. The world of a child differs from that of an adult, and that of an elder differs still. Even something as simple as a cup of tea tastes slightly different with every sip, reminding us that perception is never fixed. These subtle differences reveal a deeper mystery. What we call reality may not be a single truth, but a layered experience shaped and filtered through the ever-changing lens of perception. We, and the external world we perceive, are fundamentally made of the same material. However, the way this material operates and manifests differs depending on perspective and application. Based on this, we can broadly categorize reality into two domains. Personal reality, entirely internal, referring to you and your inner world. Universal reality, external to you and perceivable by others. The layers of personal reality. Within personal reality, existence is perceived by momentarily detaching from the universal reality. This domain is deeply connected to both body and soul. Through reflection, I have identified several layers within this personal reality. 1. Observal reality, action reality. This reality refers to our current state of action, for example, the act of writing, thinking, or relating ourselves to the immediate environment. It includes everything we do that is physically observable by others. The body is involved, but the mind is not always fully engaged. The degree of involvement varies depending on the individual's immediate need and reward. This reality changes based on the percentage of involvement of the mind and body. Full potential involvement is always questionable. 100% engagement is impossible. 2. Illusional running reality. This reality operates in the background of observable reality. It cannot be observed directly through physical action, yet it constantly runs like a hidden current. I call it running because it behaves like a crazy black horse, always dragging the self forward or backward. It projects future expectations, creating scenarios of hope or fear. It replays past events, either for momentary pleasure or to satisfy the ego. I should have. I shouldn't have. Here, the body is inactive, but the mind is highly engaged. It sustains the illusion of continuity, the personal narrative we mistake for the self. Veiled reality, the watcher. This layer exists beneath both the observable and illusional running realities. It serves as an observer, quietly witnessing and learning through cause and effect. Over time, it tunes the self, positively or negatively. It never reveals itself directly. It is the source of feeling about your thoughts, how you feel about what you think, yet it remains hidden behind them. It governs which thoughts are allowed to arise in the illusional running reality. It acts like conscious water, shaping, instructing, and refining the self through observation and reflection. In essence, the veiled reality is the silent governor of personal experience, the line between the known and the unknown self. 4. Space, the container and boundary. All these realities exist within space, the silent ground that holds every layer together. When a thought appears, space receives it first, as if asking yes or no. It validates the thought, but it never forces us to follow it. Then the veil steps in. It checks the validation from space, but decides what to do next based on its own conditioning, a reward-oriented mechanism shaped by how it's been trained. If trained positively, the veil aligns with clarity and understanding. If trained negatively, it leans toward desire, fear, or avoidance. Whatever the veil chooses, it sends that energy forward as either justification or guilt, and that choice reshapes the reality we experience. Space gives structure, veil gives interpretation, illusion gives movement. Together they weave the fabric of what we call life. 5. Source, the unchangeable foundation. Beneath all these layers lies the source, the untouched and unchanging ground of existence. It rules both personal and universal reality. It is the one in all and the all in one, observing every experience through you. Whatever reality is chosen by the veil, the source silently witnesses it. It designed this body and mind to experience certain emotions and lessons through the universe. The source and the universal self are one, acting in harmony with a plan that already exists beyond time. What we call realization is simply the moment the personal self remembers what the source already knows. Conclusion: reality is not a single fixed thing, but a layered dynamic interplay between container, space, selector, veil, narrator, illusional running reality, and actor, observal reality, all held within the unchanging ground of source. Perception, shaped by species, age, moment, and involvement, determines which layer dominates our experience at any given time. Source is the power, the rest are the connected wheels. The veil acts as the acceleration wheel, its movement gives motion to all the other layers. Observing these layers helps us see through illusion and recognize the deeper unity in which all appearances arise.